sure to get your playmat today at tsx1.com.
So, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai X1 here. Happy Thursday! Today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new FTK Ogdoadic deck profile for you guys today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll tell you guys right now, this deck is a super duper sleeper. It's insane what the deck is able to do. I'm super excited for Ancient Guardian, so you guys better smash the living heck out of that thumbs up button. It'll be absolutely amazing. And guys, near the end of the video, I'll showcase you guys the FTK Combo. It requires 2 cards, and in this deck profile, amazing things are happening. And because there are so many different variants you guys can play the Ogdoadic deck. But my favorite way to play this deck is the Chaos Invoke variant and the FTK variant. But I know you guys are here for the FTK, so buckle your seatbelt, baby. Guys, just a quick announcement this week, guys. I'm having a wide website sale at tsx1.com. A lot of playmats are restocked on the website. And I also have custom Team Samurai X1 sleeves available as well. These sleeves are absolutely gorgeous, so make sure you guys check them out. Pre-orders are only open for this week only. So make sure you guys pre-order sleeves today. Get your playmat. Literally, the website is on sale! So, and for those of you who purchase stuff on tsx1.com, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I flipping love you. Come here. Alright guys, welcome to the brand new Ogdoadic deck profile. And this deck profile is going to be super duper special because I'm going to showcase you guys 2 variant built in one. And one of the variant is literally 2 card FTK. And I'll showcase you guys that combo in the end of the video, so I really hope you guys enjoy. But for now, here is the all-powerful new Reptile Ogdoadic deck. Alright guys, without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, start off with the monster real quick. For the bricks that you kind of never want to draw in your deck are the bigger snake monsters. So of course, I'll go Abyss right here. You want Aeron, the Ogdoadic King. Of course, you play the Queen. When there's a king, there's always a queen, you know what I mean? So of course, the Queen. We play, of course, Dark. And of course, last but not least, we play the One Light. These 5 cards are like the 5 main boss monsters you kind of want to focus on when it comes to playing this deck. And they work really well while in the graveyard. So cards like Snake Rain, being able to send these cards to the graveyard is absolutely insane. So the smaller guys like Dark and Light, they interact really well in the graveyard where they're able to tribute 1 monster you control to special summon these cards from the graveyard. The Queen and King requires 2 tributes to tribute 2 monsters to special summon these cards from the graveyard. And of course the Overlord requires 3 tributes, and they all have amazing ability once on the field. So what Light does is basically when it's special summoned from the graveyard, okay, you can easily do this by tributing a monster. You can Monster Reborn a level 4 or Ogdoadic monster from your graveyard. So this card is special an Ogdoadic monster from the grave. Dark is really important. If this card is in the graveyard, you can tribute 1 monster, special this card from your graveyard. Then your opponent gets to add a monster from the graveyard to your hand, but since you're going to be going first, and of course, when this card is special, you can target 2 of your banished monsters, including a reptile monster, return them to the graveyard. Queen, basically, whenever a monster is special from your opponent's graveyard, you can send 1 card they control to the grave, which is amazing. And if a monster is sent from your opponent's hand or deck to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 light or dark reptile monster for your graveyard, except for the Queen, which is amazing. So this card is obviously can be used as another form of interruption, which is really good. Next, we got Aeron. This card is kind of like a Dark Law, which is really good. If your opponent adds a card to their hand, except during the draw phase or damage step, you can send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So essentially, it's a Dark Law, which is really good. And for the Overlord, it requires 3 tributes. Once while this card is face on the field, quick effect, you can send all monsters from the field to the graveyard, except face-up monsters that are special from the graveyard. So essentially, this card is like a all-for-one built-in board wipe, which sends the monster to the graveyard and it doesn't destroy. So if Dragoon already negated, you can easily send Dragoon to the graveyard using this card's effect. So only one of these guys, only 1 copy is enough to play for this deck. Okay guys, now off to the starters. Of course, triple copies of Nunu. This card is insane. Okay, so what Nunu does is very simple. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, send 1 dark reptile monster from your deck to the grave. So it's an automatic Foolish Burial. If you control no monsters or you control an Ogdoadic monster, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Free special summon as long as you control an Ogdoadic monster or no monsters at all, but banish it when it leaves the field. This is why Dark is important, because Dark is going to be able to shuffle these cards back from the banished zone to the graveyard, so you can easily special summon them back every single turn, which is really good. So 3 copies of Nunu, absolutely mandatory. Next off, this card is really important. We'll play triple copies of Naya. So Naya is really good as well, absolute 3 of in the deck. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, total opposite of Nunu. Instead of dumping a dark, you get to send a light reptile monster from your deck to the graveyard. And if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add 1 Ogdoadic spell trap from your deck to your hand. So essentially it straddles for the deck, which is really important. So triple copies of Naya, really good for combos. And last but not least, you want to play, of course, the 1 Zoa, the Ogdoadic Boundless. Only 1 copy of this card is needed, in my opinion. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard or special from the grave, you can activate this effect. Your opponent draws a card, and if they do, you can add 1 Ogdoadic monster from your deck to your hand. So it's essentially like kind of like a pseudo Stratos which is really, really good. So only one copy is needed. Discard and Nunu is also full combo as well, which is amazing. So one copy of the one Boundless, mandatory cards for the spells, of course, triple copies of Snake Rain. This card might get banned soon. Essentially a painful choice for reptiles. Discard one card, send 4 reptile monsters from your deck to the grave. Like, immediately activate this card, send, you know, the bigger guys to the graveyard. Insane. This card is just so good. Next turn I'll play, of course, triple copies of Ogdoadic Water Lily. This card is amazing. It's a monster of 1 for the deck, and it's also a Foolish Burial. Send 1 reptile monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then if you have 5 or more reptile monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can special summon 1 reptile monster from your grave. That's pretty much it for the main core of the Ogdoadic monster to play on the deck. I decided to play the Invoked Engine over the Lair Engine. You guys can play whatever you guys like, but I'm gonna show you guys 2 different variations in the deck profile in today's video. So of course, triple copies of Alistair. Alistair with Nunu is pretty much game, and I'll showcase you guys a combo. 2 cards will help you get an unbreakable board, which is really good. So triple copies of Alistair. Of course, get access to your Alistair. Triple copies of Meltdown. This deck requires 2 card combos. Alistair with Snake Rain, Alistair with Nunu. You pretty much have pretty good combo flow, which is insane, right? So triple magical Meltdown with 1 terraforming, trying to see Alistair in your hand as quickly as possible, which is really insane. And of course, to complement the Alistair, double copies of Invocation right here is all you need for this specific variation of Invoked Abyss, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for the Invoked Engine. Next off, of course, for your extender engine, of course, you're gonna play, of course, the 1 white dragon and the 1 black dragon Collar Serpent. The white and black dragon is just really important. Helps you combo off more efficiently, which is really good. And you're playing triple copies of Chaos Space. Alright guys, send reptile monsters from your hand to the graveyard is really important. Chaos Space is really important. It gets rid of the bricks that you have in your hand. So if you draw cards like, you know, the bigger snakes in your hand, you can easily send to the graveyard with Chaos Space. So it's kind of like a free, like, hand destruction kind of thing, and then adding an extender directly from your deck to your hand, which is really good. Also at the same time, you can always shuffle these cards back into the deck with Chaos Space to draw an additional card to help you combo off, which is absolutely insane. So of course, the Chaos Space package. Next off for your staples, of course, the 1 Call by the Grave, and another awesome extender is the Monster Reborn. And then for your hand traps, I'm playing triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Obviously the best hand trap in today's metagame, in my personal opinion, most generic, hits basically every single deck. So triple copies of Ash, and I am playing obviously the Dragoon package, because Alistair with Nunu is pretty much game, and I'll showcase you guys that combo near the end of the video. And this deck is a perfect 40 card deck on this variant that I have right now, but I'm gonna showcase you guys on what you guys can play if you guys want to play the FTK version of this deck right here. You know, in this video, as you guys see in the title, this deck is an FTK deck, okay? And the easiest way to FTK with this deck is playing this mini small engine right here. So you're playing, of course, triple copies of Erratic Dragon of ESET, 1 Dragon Core Hexer, card's insane, 1 Performer Power Part Naga, and 3 copies of Heraldic Seal of Convocation. This right here is going to be your mini FTK engine if you want to side this in or main deck this if you want. Honestly, I love playing the FTK. It's probably the easiest way to win, and all you need is just this engine right here. Like, if you want to with ESET with Malia or Nunu or Snake Rain, you pretty much just win the game by cobbling off into your FTK, and this is literally all you need, okay? And guys, the best way to substitute for this engine right here is simply take out, of course, the Red Eyes Fusion package, and of course 3 Chaos Space and the 1 white and black dragon, okay? Guys, for this week only, I'm doing pre-orders on these awesome Hero custom sleeves, okay? They have white borders on them, which is really awesome. So this is the Flame Wingman one, and of course this is the Honest Neils one, which is absolutely beautiful. So if you guys are interested in getting these sleeves, you guys can pre-order them on my website right now at tx1.com. Pre-order them today in the link down below. And you guys already know, massive website-wide sale. So make sure you guys go on the website, get your playmats today for this week only. So make sure you guys get your playmats, get your sleeve, and pre-order these sleeves this week only. Let's start with the extra deck. Of course, extra deck, Verde Anaconda, of course, Apollosa, Secure Gardener, and Solomon Great Almirage, since I'm playing the Invoked Engine and the 1 Cross Sheep. Unfortunately, I don't have the Magistus Link monsters, so I gotta play the Secure Gardener and Almirage. So that's why I'm playing them, but this is pretty much it for your links. For your fusions, the 1 Purgatrio, and 1 Mechaba. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but if you guys have space, play 2 Mechabas. I only have 1. Literally been looking for hours for my second copy. I don't know where it is, but I will play 2 Mechaba. The 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, you summon this card, you win the duel. Showcase you guys a combo. For the links, of course, the 1 Dingirsu. Card's really awesome. Hope Harbinger, Zeus. You wanna play the 1 Cicatree. This card's in the gate, which is really awesome. Most likely Monster Negate, which is really good. And the best way to summon this card is using Rika Queen Shrena. She's important for the deck, okay guys? I repeat, She's super duper important. If you guys don't have her, get her now because she's insane. So when she's tributed, you basically get a special Sacred Tree Beast from your extra deck and use her as a material automatically. So like these two cards are ridiculous. So this card is like the new VFD, new Negate, which is really good. And last but not least, double copies of King of the Pharaoh Imps. This card searches your entire reptile engine directly from your deck to your hand. So that's pretty much for the extra deck. Let's go on to the combos real quick. Alright guys, welcome to the combo segment of this video. In today's combo, I'll showcase you guys two combo. The one basic combo with Alistair and Nunu, and the FTK combo. Before we get started, make sure you guys pre-order these beautiful sleeves today. Hit the link in the description box below, guys. Pre-orders are only for this week only, and these sleeves come in a pack of 60. Literally perfect for your extra deck. Also guys, get your Hero Battle City playmat, Hero Alliance playmat. A lot of playmats have been restocked on the website, and for this week only is a massive wide website sale. So make sure you guys get your playmats today. Hit the link down below at tx1.com. So first and foremost, we're gonna activate Noodle's effect. Send this card to the graveyard to dump Alarid to the graveyard. And now, since you control no monsters, you can activate Noodle's effect to special summon itself to your side of the field. You're gonna normal summon Alistair the Invoker. You're gonna activate Alistair's effect to search your invocation directly from your deck to your hand. Overlay these two. For, of course, King of the Pharaoh Imps. Now you're gonna activate King of the Pharaoh Imps effect to attach Alistair to the graveyard. You're gonna search your Naya directly from your deck to your hand. And now you next, you're gonna activate Naya's effect, send Naya to the graveyard. You're gonna dump Light to the grave. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna activate your Light's effect. You're gonna tribute King of the Pharaoh Imps to the graveyard, special summon Light, activate Light's effect to special summon back Naya to your side of the field. Once Naya is special summoned, you're gonna activate her effect to search your copy of Ogdoadic Water Lily directly from your deck to your hand. So now you're gonna do using Light and of course the Remnant. Naya is gonna get banished because of Light's effect. Special and of course your Cross Sheep. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna activate your Ogdoadic Water Lily. You're gonna dump your Zoha to the graveyard, okay? Since you use Water Lily to dump Zoha to the graveyard, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reptile monsters with different names in your graveyard. You basically get a special reptile monster from your grave. And the reptile monster you want to summon is of course your Zoha from the graveyard. And now what you can do is that you're gonna activate your invocation. Okay, simple, you're gonna banish your Light and also Alistair from your graveyard, summon Mechaba. Since you summon Mechaba under Cross Sheep Zone, you gotta activate Cross Sheep's effect. You gotta activate Cross Sheep's effect to special level 4 lower monster from the graveyard, which is gonna be your Nunu. And now what you're gonna do is very simple, you're gonna use Nunu and Zoha. You're gonna link it to Rika, Queen of Strenna. This right here is your banish power, this is your graveyard, this is your field. You have 3 cards that are banished, you can activate invocation effect. Shuffle this card back into the deck, add Alistair from your banish zone to your hand. You haven't activated your Dark's effect yet, so you get a tribute, of course, the Rika to special summon this card back from your graveyard. Okay, and since Rika is tributed, Rika will activate his effect to special summon the Sacred Tree, okay, from your extra deck, and you're gonna attach Rika to the Sacred Tree. So now you have a monster negate on the field, which is insane. Now what happens next to the Dark gets to reshuffle these cards back to the grave, which is really good. So now you have no cards in your banish zone, and now what you do next is you have Alistair in your hand. You're gonna use Cross Sheep and of course Dark. You're gonna make the Predator Plant Verde Anaconda, special summon your Dragoon. And also, since Sacred Tree is on the field, while you activate Anaconda's effect, you actually get to attach the Cross Sheep to the Sacred Tree. This is off 2 cards. You have crazy follow-ups the next turn. You have Alistair, which is insane, and you also have these cards in the graveyard, okay? You have like the Alarid in the grave, you also have the Light in the graveyard, should be any monster, special back Naya, pretty much combo off even more the following turn, which is absolutely ridiculous. So your graveyard is full of playable cards, and your field is like literally a bunch of negates, which is really good. This is off 2 cards, by the way. So this is why the invoked version is just so superior than the other versions, in my opinion. You get able to access these cards with just like 2 cards, which is insane. Snake Rain and Alistair can also give you this exact same result, which is absolutely beautiful. So Snake Rain is just absolutely broken as well. So that's pretty much for the combo 1 with Alistair and of course Nunu. Let's go on with the FTK combo real quick. Alright guys, let's get started with the FTK real quick. For the FTK, you need to make some adjustments to your extra deck. Link Rebo, the Reptile Link, Geonator Transverser, you need the Bujin Link, you need of course number 33 Chronomaly Makumek, and most importantly, the Phantasmal Lord. This card is absolutely ridiculous. You need this for the FTK. Honestly guys, I would main deck this FTK, to be honest. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a taste on what the deck would look like if you guys want to play the FTK version, or you guys want to play the Chaos Turbo with Alistair and things like that. But this is what you need for the FTK. So if you guys want to play the FTK version, these are the 6 cards that I have currently in the main deck. I would take these cards out and substitute these cards in. Super duper simple. All you need is literally 2 cards to FTK. And I'll showcase you guys how you're able to FTK with this deck with ease, and why this deck is a huge threat to the 2021 format. So let's go on with the combo real quick. So you guys can substitute these cards that I showcased in the main deck for these cards right here, and showcase you guys the combo right now. And so first and foremost, you're gonna activate Naya's effect to dump your light to the graveyard. Now you're gonna normal summon E-Set. You can normal summon this card without tributing, which is really, really good. Now you're gonna tribute the E-Set using Light's ability in the graveyard. Special summon Light from the graveyard. Now you're gonna activate your E-Set. Chaining 1 E-Set, chaining 2 the Light. E-Set's gonna be able to trigger the special summon, of course, the Dragon Hexer. And now Naya will get special summon because of Light's effect. You're gonna activate Naya's effect. Since it's special summon, you're gonna search the Ogdoadic, Water Lily directly from your deck to your hand. Now you next simply gonna activate the Water Lily to dump your Nunu to the graveyard. Since Nunu's in the graveyard, you get to activate Nunu's effect. If you control an Ogdoadic monster, you special summon this card from your grave. So special summon Nunu from the graveyard. And now what you're gonna do is very simple. Using these 2 cards right here, you're gonna overlay these 2 for King of the Pharaoh Imps. Okay, make sure it's in the extra monster zone. Now you're gonna activate your King of the Pharaoh Imps effect to detach an Xyz material to search your Performer Power Part Naga. Now using your Light and your Dragon Hexer, synchro with these 2 cards for the Phantasmal Lord. This card right here is essential for the combo. You need this card for the combo. Without him, the combo cannot operate. So you need him. And now since this card is summoned, you get to activate its effect to special summon tokens. So however many tokens that you special summon, you have to give your opponent the exact same token amount. So since you have 4 monster slot here, you want to special summon 4 the Phantasmal Lord tokens right here to your side of the field. So you're gonna special summon the 4 tokens, which is absolutely important for this combo. And now guys, pay attention, your opponent will also have 4 tokens because you use Phantasmal Lord's ability. Now what you do is very, very crucial. Using your King of the Pharaoh Imps and 1 token right here, doesn't matter which, you're gonna link into the Reptilia link. And remember guys, pre-order your sleeves today in the link down below. Okay guys, pack of 60. Really sexy. Okay, so of course make the reptile link, and now using another your token, okay, you're gonna link the token away to make a Linkuriboh. And now with Linkuriboh and also the reptile token, you're gonna use these 2 to make the Geonator Transverser. Remember, your opponent has 4 tokens on their side of the field. That means your opponent has 4 monsters. You're gonna activate your Transverser's effect to switch your Phantasmal Lord with 1 of their tokens. So you're gonna get 1 of their tokens back. Now your opponent has 3 tokens plus the Phantasmal Lord. Okay, this card is on your opponent's field. Okay, and remember, this card gains 1,000 attack for each monster on the field. So this is on your opponent's field, linked to Transverser. Now what you're gonna do is that using 1 token and another, you're gonna make your Bushin a Hashima. This card is link summon, you get a special summon a monster from your hand and your graveyard with the exact same levels, and then immediately after this card resolves, you basically get to link summon. So now since you have Part Naga in your hand, you get to activate this card's effect, special Part Naga from your hand, and also the E-Set in the graveyard, which is a level 5 monster. And now using these 2, you must automatically Xyz summon into your Chronomaly Makumek right here. And now once you summon Makumek, you pretty much have game. And what Makumek does is that once per turn, you can attach an Xyz material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between its original attack and its current attack. Alright guys, Phantasmal Lord right now will have 8,000. And the reason why this card's at 8,000 is because you control 4 monsters and your opponent controls 4 monsters, including itself. So your opponent will have 3 Phantasmal Lord tokens and the Phantasmal Lord. So off your opponent's field, this card's already at 4,000. With your field, it's at 8,000. So 4,000 here and 4,000 there. Okay? And what is its original attack? Its original attack is 0. So right now, its current attack is at 8,000 and its original attack is at 0. So what's the difference between 8,000 and 0? 8,000. So now you get to activate your Makumek's effect, detach your material from this card, target the Phantasmal Lord, deal 8,000 damage to your opponent, extend a handshake, and you pretty much have game. Pick up your Phantasmal Lords now. Okay, you need this card. This card's ridiculous, and I can't believe there's only 1 printing of this. It makes me kind of sad. But Makumek is also really important. But without this card, you can't FTK. This card is ridiculous. So good. Guys, don't be surprised to see this FTK running around, man. It's super duper consistent. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys get your playmats today in the link down below. And pre-order your exclusive Team Samurai X1 custom sleeves today in the link in the description box below at tx1.com. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. This was a super fun deck to play. Let me know your thoughts about this deck profile in the comment section below. And this is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.
Here comes Honest! Appear! Elemental Hero, Honest Neo! sure to get your playmat today at tsx1.com.